What's good, my beautiful Scorpios? Trust your intuition because it led you right here to this reading all about the full moon in Scorpio for a reason. So this is happening tonight at 7:49 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, in case you're wondering. Full moons are all about illumination, shining a light on what's usually hiding underneath the surface. So that can equate to secrets, exposures, reveals. Crazy-ish always happens around the full moon. And then Scorpio, you guys rule the genitalia, the reproductive region. So that's all about sex, rebirth, death, life, transformation, regeneration, transition. So I feel like this full moon in Scorpio is going to be cause for huge shifts, huge energetic shifts. And it's funny, I was picking out a deck for you guys, and I saw this one, Earth and Bone, and I was like, this feels like hella Scorpio energy. And then I looked at this later, and I was like, honor the concepts of rebirth and transformation. Is that not Scorpio energy in a nutshell? And then dude's last name is Shadow, so it just felt way too on point. So let's dive into it, Scorpio. Let's see what's going on for you with this full moon in Scorpio, how it's impacting your life, what you need to know. Clear, accurate information for my beautiful Scorpios for the full moon in Scorpio. What is it that Scorpio needs to know with this full moon in Scorpio? What's going to happen for Scorpio with the full moon in Scorpio? What can Scorpio expect with this full moon? What's coming to fruition for Scorpio with the full moon in Scorpio? We have Wayfarer, number 11, contemplation, search for truth, inner guidance. So I had to tell you guys, I redid this reading like 5 times. This energy came out every single time. This inward enlightenment, almost hermity energy, go inward energy. So there's 100% going to be an aha moment, a revelation, something coming true internally before it manifests externally, Scorpio. So that's a big energy. The Wayfarer, or is it Wayfar? I'm saying Wayfarer, whatever. Hermit energy, going your own way. So let's get more for you, Scorpio. What do you need to know for this full moon in Scorpio? What does Scorpio need to know about the full moon in Scorpio? Tell me more about the Wayfarer, going their own way, aha moment. King of Wands, okay. Leo energy, Big Daddy energy, leader energy. So I do feel like and I'm getting something with his staff too. Like there's something about a sense of direction that you're going in. New direction is what I'm getting. Give me more for Scorpio. What's happening with Scorpio with this energy for the full moon in Scorpio? The Six of Pentacles in reverse. Or the Eight of Pentacles. I was like, that does not look like the Six of Pentacles. The Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So upright, that's all about a hard work ethic, going in on something, right? So in reverse, it can be like letting go of a burden. It can also be the opposite, procrastination, lazy energy. Let's get a little bit clear on that. Tell me more for Scorpio about the full moon in Scorpio. What can Scorpio expect with this full moon in Scorpio? 8 of Swords. Okay. Gemini energy. By the way, this is Virgo energy. Kind of getting Virgo energy too with the Wayfarer. It makes me think of the Hermit, which is Virgo. So, 2 8s. That always makes me think infinity. The Eight of Swords is a stuck energy. This almost feels like if something hasn't, like if life has not been moving in the way that you want it to, Scorpio, and you're like, okay, I don't know if I need to apply to a different job. I don't know if I need to tell my boss off. I don't know what I got to do to get this thing shaken, moving. But it feels like with the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, almost like a lack of work in some way. And the Eight of Swords is stuck energy. It's like, I gotta be the one to make the move here. So maybe the aha moment is that you have to be the one to break free. Because the Eight of Swords can also be about self-bondage. And I love that the bottom of the deck is the Empress. I'm hearing take it out. Oh my God. Come on now. The other side is, I'm going to take it out. They're telling me to take this out. the Hermit. Let's get them both up here. They can both share a space. Maybe you're going to find another Hermit on your journey. But I also feel like with the Empress, who's all about fertility, growth, abundance, the mother of all mothers, the queen of all queens, this to me is kind of saying that it's like as soon as you make this decision to break free and decide for yourself and go your own direction, you're going to have everything at your fingertips, Scorpio. So let's get a little bit clearer on that. And it all has to do with this inward aha moment. All right, give me more for Scorpio. Scorpio and this aha moment, this abundance coming through. Full moon in Scorpio for Scorpio. What is it that Scorpio needs to know? We have solitude. I mean, it is all over this. I almost want to, I'm going to put it up here too. Look, Scorpio, you can't even make this up. And Karita, look at all these lanterns we have. This is totally going your own direction, totally going inward. Wow, I don't know if I've ever seen so many lanterns in a reading. And then we have Omo Aloran Singh. Yeah, you're being inspired to go your own direction, break free of some sort of, I don't know, old paradigm or maybe old programming, but I feel like there's this big call to go your own way. Be loud about it too. Give me more for Scorpio with this full moon in Scorpio. What does Scorpio need to know about the full moon in Scorpio? Of course, we have more Scorpio energy, Iku transformation. Okay, that's all about death, life, rebirth. There is going to be like a huge shift for many of you, Scorpio. I don't know exactly how that shift is going to manifest. I don't know if it's a relationship. It feels like there's a lot about going solo or breaking free and going your own way. But that's going to be a huge energy thing for you. All right, let's get more for you, Scorpio, for this full moon in Scorpio. See what's happening, what's going on. We have not coming out. Life, everlasting, commitments, love, loyalty and love, independence, friends, success and difficult endeavors, freedom, number 49. So I almost feel like there's something about freedom and going your own way that's actually leading to a really healthy relationship. And it could even be a relationship amongst yourself. But it feels like there's something about going your own way leads to everything you've ever wanted. And that could also mean that, you know, going your own way could mean that you have to destruct everything that you've created. Wow. As soon as I say that, storm, turmoil and chaos, emotional stress, loss, destruction. But then we have the air will be clear, calmness, restoration, transition. Yeah, I feel like Scorpio, there's a storm on the horizon. That's going to happen anytime there's a shift. There's always going to be some sort of a, I don't want to necessarily say tower moment, but there's always going to be some crazy moment where your whole reality is just shifting. And I think you have to brace for that in order for the best to come. All right, give me more for Scorpio. What is it that Scorpio needs to see? We have passion. I think that's actually how you're breaking free of old paradigm shifts, whether it's a relationship that you're stuck in that you don't want to be in, whether it's a job, whether it's, you know, a family thing. It feels like passion is the way out of this, whether singing is your passion, could even be being a mother in some way. We have patience, right? There's something about minding the gap in between. Is everything you want comes to fruition. It's all about how you mind the gap. So I feel like the universe hears your intentions, hears what you want. And it's funny, we have hope on the bottom. And on the other side, we have adventure. So I definitely feel like there's a brand new day ahead for you, Scorpio. I want to pull a charm for you. Let's see what's coming through. We have the bee, the bumblebee. Okay, I'm getting something about like honey and nectar with this. So, oh wow, okay, let me pick that up. So the bee is always trying to get to the sweet spot, and it's usually through working really hard. But I'm hearing something about being the queen bee. Not a worker bee, but the queen bee. Know your worth, Scorpio. I feel like there's something about going your own way. And when you're the queen bee, you're receiving. You're not in action mode. I love all... This is like wild to me. All right, let's get a message from the universe for you. That you need to see, a message or a mantra for Scorpio with this full moon energy. We have live bold. I'd love to see it. I'm hearing take another one, okay? We have live bold. And may you light the way. Get out of here. Of course, this would be the last message, Scorpio. May you light the way, which totally goes with all of these lanterns. So there's something about you being the one to break the cycle. This could also be the knot, like you're breaking free of rope, like out of the chains. But this feels like trendsetter energy. Like you're about to start a revolution. And I kind of get that too. With this feels like Nat Turner energy. Yeah, like I'm gonna start a whole ass revolution. I'm gonna start a storm. Honey, you got a storm coming. So I hope that resonated. If you're interested in a personal reading, head on over to themoonempress.com. In case it's not up completely, because I'm still, working on it a little bit, look in my description box. You should see how to get in touch with me for a reading. Otherwise, I will talk to you later, Scorpio. Happy full moon.